1 o'clock in the morning. Well, almost. And I apologize because I said that I would record a mindset reset for you today, but today was yesterday. This is a new today. So I lied, and I'm really sorry. But I wanted to live up to my word. And even though I am freaking tired, and I've still got an empty whiteboard there onto which I need to word vomit some changes that I'm making to my keynote. You are important to me. Your mindset is important to me, and that's why I wanted to record this. Now, I had to write some of it down. I didn't have time to work on it today. I've been incredibly busy, and I know you have too. So I want this message to really serve you. So you'll forgive me if a bit of it is written down. Today I want to talk about resources and expenses. Right? Resources and expenses. Now, why do I want to talk about resources and expenses? Because I was having an interesting conversation with someone the other day. And when we were talking, it became apparent that their job had something to do with finance. Because they kept talking about the world as resources or expenses. Now, if you're like me, you might be thinking, what exactly does that mean? Resources, expenses, like, this isn't a balance sheet, this is my life that we're talking about. So like, what are you talking about? Well, here's what I mean. If you see the world as expenses, right? That means that you likely see the world as happening to you. Stick with this for a moment, because we all pay expenses, right? Your cell phone bill, your mortgage, your car payment, things that cost money, those go in the expense column, right? Things that are resources, they kind of go in the income column. Gas is a resource, right? When you have gas in your car, on the accounting world, that's considered a prepaid asset. So that goes in the assets column. The other goes in the expenses or liabilities column. So resources or expenses, how do you see the world? It's such an interesting way to think about it, isn't it? Because if you see the world as full of resources, then that means everything's an opportunity. Everywhere you look, everything is an opportunity. Nothing happens to you. Nobody was mean to me because they didn't like me. When they were mean to me, that happened for me. It showed me that they were a jerk. To me, for me. Resources, expenses. Let's take it a step further. Powerful, powerless. When you see the world as expenses, that doesn't put you in a powerful position. Just like when you see events as happening to you, you're now reacting. You are in a powerless, a less powerful position than you would be if you saw the world as being full of resources. If you saw the world and events that happen to you as happening for you, not to you. When things happen for you, you get to decide what the reason is. Let me read for a second. Just as that old statement, it's not the destination, but rather who we become along the way. Regardless of the answer, we now have a path. Now let me back up just so you understand where that text is coming from. So one of the things that I wrote down was, what if instead of asking, why does this happen to me, we asked ourselves, why does this happen for me? How can I use this to my advantage? Now, if we did that, regardless of the answer of how can I use this to my advantage, we have a path forward. We have a direction. Okay, and as we just established, oftentimes it's not even about the goal, it's about who we become along the way. Oftentimes it's not about the goal, it's about who we become along the way. So when we ask ourselves better questions, like how can I use this to my advantage? How can this resource help me? How can this circumstance be used to my advantage? Now I want to time out and just be clear. I'm not talking about manipulating people. I'm not talking about using other people to your own ends. That's not what this means. Rather, it's about a way of looking at a situation, generally a situation that didn't go the way you wanted it, or that didn't yield the result that you would have liked. Because it's easy to look at that situation and say, oh, poor pity me, it didn't go the way I wanted it to. Now let me sit around for 10 hours and name all the ways that that went wrong, and all the things that that did that were bad for me, and all the things that I didn't get that I should have because I'm so great and it didn't go my way and woe pity me. And what happens is you may get an answer. You may very well find an answer. If you sit around for 10 hours having a little self-pity party, you very well may find an answer. But that answer doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't give you any more power. You just sit around and self-flagellate and justify why bad things happened. And when you get to the bottom of why it happened, maybe you could prevent it from happening again, but that still doesn't give you any more power where you're at right now. However, if you take the opportunity to say, okay, something bad happened. Something happened that I didn't want to happen. And if you remember one of our previous mindset resets, we had that blame technique, right? Be in the moment. So you get real mad about it. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, but be level 20, to use Tony Robbins' example, level 20 mad. Just really get in that. If I were to use a not good term, I might say you sit in your shit, right? That's what some people call it. You sit in the stuff. You really be in that moment. Then you look for an alternative meaning. You say, okay, being angry has not really helped the problem. So what else could I do? What other meaning could I derive from this? How can I use this to my advantage? Why might this have happened for me? You look for another meaning, and then you right, blame, B-L-A-M-E, and then you enjoy the power that gives you. Because now you're not reacting, you are responding. And that gives you so much power. When you find that power, you're not only going to feel like the world has dramatically shifted and changed for you, people are going to respond differently to you. You will literally show up differently in situations. This is such a simple technique for you to use. It truly is. Whether you see the world as resources or expenses, whether things are here for you, or they're happening to you, right? For you or to you. It's your choice. And when you make that choice, let me just say real quick, I did not always make that choice. This is not easy, right? We've said this many times. It's not always easy, but it is simple. It's simple, not easy. And I didn't always make this choice. I know firsthand how powerless it feels to react to everything around you, ping-ponging, pinballing, bouncing left and right off of these things. It's frustrating. However, when I decided to look for the alternative meaning in situations, when I was upset to be in that moment, and then enjoy the power, how I felt since I started doing that is truly remarkable. And I want you to be able to feel that same way. So all I ask is that you try it. Just forget that it feels weird and a little stupid to, when something bad happens, to say, well, why could this have happened for me. How could I use this to my advantage? It's gonna feel dumb. Anything new feels dumb for a little while. Try putting your socks on the other foot first. Did you know you had a foot? When you put socks on, you've got a foot. You've got a foot that you start with. You're gonna try it, I know you are. You might even be trying it right now. Try the other foot. Heck, when you put on your pants, try the other pant leg. Unless you're that psychopath that lays on bed and puts both legs in at the same time. Who does that? Not you, right? I really hope that you find this powerful and that you find this helpful. In fact, I know if you try it, you'll find it helpful. My name is Greg Offner. I'm a keynote speaker on disruption and creativity. And I would love for you to put in the comments below something that you've tried this on. Share this with friends. Get other people to try this. Get them to leave comments about what they've tried this on. I really want to know how this works for you. Share it, because when you share it, other people will get inspired. People that are watching this right now and going, I'm not going to try that. But then they're going to come back, because that's what we do. They're going to come back in a day, a week, a month, and they're going to look. And when they see all these comments underneath the video of people that have tried this, of your experience, they're going to try it. You can literally make a difference. Thank you. Thank you for watching this. Have an awesome rest of your week at this point, because it's like 12:30 in the morning. All right. Bye-bye.